Swastika!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Those Were the Days, or as some of you call it, All in the Family. So this episode should be pretty interesting. This is Archie is branded, so maybe he'll become a cow and get branded, maybe. I highly doubt that because, well, this wasn't a fantasy genre. This is a sitcom. So I do remember this episode. There's a few things that I do remember about some of the guest stars. And yeah, we will have to jump in and figure all that out. I won't spoil it right here. So stick around. We'll start the show and then we will talk at the end. So without any further ado, here we go.
Those were the days. Hey, Dick, you got the coffee made out there?
Must be the morning. Archie wants his coffee.
Did you bring in the Sunday paper?
No, not yet.
She knows it's out there. She leaves it there.
And of course he needs his paper.
Can't teach an old dingbat new tricks.
Okay. That's fair, I guess. Oh. Okay. That's a swastika. And of course, Archie is oblivious to it. Finally hit him. Yep, that's a swastika.
Eat it!
Right.
Sorry I'm late, Archie. Here's your breakfast.
Never mind.
Right.
Just come over here and take a look at the front door.
Okay. This should be fun.
Oh, my. Who did that?
Right.
I wouldn't know, Edith. The artist didn't sign it.
Calling the cops? What's going on?
Right.
Look at the door.
Yeah?
The other side, dummy.
You meathead, open the door and look on the outside.
Exactly.
You didn't tell me to open the door. All you said was look at the door.
Same thing.
You didn't say open the door and look at it from the outside.
Oh my gosh.
Open the damn door and look at the outside.
Well, if you don't see anything wrong with the inside of the door, there must be something wrong with the outside of the door.
Swastika!
Yep.
Oh, Michael, who could have done that?
Probably the
Right.
same crummy kids that busted the street lamp last week.
Okay. It's an assumption, but, you know, maybe.
Hello? Hello, is this... Call the cops. I get a recorded announcement here.
Wow. What if it was an actual emergency?
Your call will be answered when the lines are clear.
Right. Welcome to New York.
The lines would be clear if they wasn't playing records.
Oh, just this house.
Why do kids do things like that?
Gloria.
Right.
Gloria, I don't think it's kids. There's a lot of fanatics running around loose these days.
True.
You stay on the blower till the cops answer.
All right.
Right.
What about you, little girl? You hear anything last night?
Right.
No, Daddy, all I heard was your alarm clock when it went off.
Right.
Why did the alarm clock go off of a Sunday morning?
Okay.
I was out of bed and halfway to the toilet before I remembered I didn't have to get up.
Put a cake in the oven for Louise Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
It's her anniversary tomorrow.
Nice.
Tomorrow? Why are you ringing the alarm for today?
Right.
The cake didn't turn out good today. I'd have another chance.
No, that's fair.
Oh.
Oh.
Why do I ask her anything?
Yeah, I've questioned that too.
Give me the phone there. Hello, the police.
Hello, the police.
This is Archie Buck, 704 Houses Street.
Right.
No, well, I got a complaint.
Right.
Someone come around here and paint a swastika on my front door.
It's not really a complaint, it's a report.
Swastika.
Nazis. Just say Nazis.
No, one of them German things from World War II.
Right?
All right, good. That's all I want. Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay.
The cops are going to come over. They're going to have a little investigation.
Oh,
Right.
I better get something to wipe that off the door.
No!
No, that's evidence.
You don't know, wipe it off the door for I want it on the door.
Right.
I want the cops to see that. That is evidence. Catch on?
Right.
Yeah, but Daddy, in the meantime, everyone else can see it.
So, good. Maybe they'll help catch somebody.
I'm going to cover that thing up with old glory here. He's put the kibosh on the Nazis once before. It's going to do it again.
Right.
Why don't you stick it up with tape, Archie?
Right.
Tape would be better.
Why would tape be better?
Don't put holes in the door.
'Cause I know where the tape is.
And that.
Will somebody get the thumbtacks?
Right.
I know where the thumbtacks are.
Hurry up.
Oh, it's the tape.
The tape's not going to put a hole in your door, too, so.
Why they call it a swastika? Look at the damn thing.
That's not why, though. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah?
Well, what the hell else would you call it?
Right?
There's a piece of paper out here.
Huh?
Oh, boy.
This swastika is just the beginning.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Gimme.
Uh-oh.
This swastika is just the beginning.
Right.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still think that's a bunch of kids?
Nope.
It's like burning a cross outside a black person's home.
Right.
Sometimes they follow it up with a bomb.
Okay.
First place, this ain't a black person's house.
Well, there's that.
Why would they just pick our house, huh?
True.
Well, listen, maybe because of you, because you live here. You're always mixed up in them things where you're carrying signs around.
Right.
Maybe somebody's here to pin a sign on you.
Huh.
Gee, I don't think that could be right.
Right. Maybe.
I don't think anybody cares what Mike does.
Thanks, Edith. Thanks.
Thanks, Ma.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean it that way.
Right.
There's always putting this country down.
Okay.
As far as he's concerned, nothing is right unless it's left.
I happen to believe in this country more than you do.
Okay.
I believe it's strong enough to accept some changes.
Well, it ain't gonna accept communism.
Right.
I'm talking about communism. I'm talking about civil rights.
That's communism.
There's a balance to that.
Your thinking is really Neanderthal.
Talk American or clam up.
Neanderthal is a English word.
Just sit down, have your breakfast. I'll talk to the cops.
Right.
Hey, Arch, what's with the flag on the door? This ain't the 4th of July.
Right.
You don't have to wait for the 4th of July to hang Old Glory out there.
True.
And it looks better than a swastika.
Yeah, thanks for ruining the surprise here, Edith.
Don't pay no attention to Edith. You gonna let me drive your cab tonight?
Yes.
Right.
Hey, mister, you know you got your flag hung up wrong?
Uh-oh.
Listen, Boy Scout, you're talking to a veteran of World War II.
Right.
This is the way we used to hang the flag under fire.
Right, true.
The stars are supposed to go in the other corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right, you can do that, but listen, no tipper, it ain't a good deed.
Hey, mister, you know you got a swastika on your door?
That's why we have the flag up, kid.
Give me the flag, kid. Get lost, now.
What's a swastika doing on your door?
Right.
I don't like the looks of this. Somebody's got you marked out for something.
Okay.
Me marked out for nothing there, Munson. It's just that somebody saw at the meathead here.
Oh, okay.
Arch, I don't think you better take the cab out tonight.
Right.
Well, if somebody's after your son-in-law, well, you ain't safe either.
Okay.
You know what follows those things up on the door. The next thing you know, when you ain't looking,
Right.
they'll plant a bomb in the cab, you get in, start it, and kaboom!
Oh, fun.
Don't worry about me.
I can't afford to lose that cab.
He ain't worried about Archie. He's worried about his car.
The cake ain't burned. It'll be done in a little while.
Okay.
Ain't that good news? Do something useful. Answer the bell, Munson.
Right.
Oh.
Special delivery for Bunker.
Mailman.
Say, lady, you know you got a swastika on your door?
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
It'd be better if you explained it to the mailman, but, you know.
Hey, wait a second. That package is ticking.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
It is ticking! The package is ticking!
Wow. They're getting paranoid.
It's ticking.
Don't touch it! Put it in the water!
Throw it in the toilet.
Throw it in the toilet.
Out the back door, out the back door. Get it out.
Right.
Out the back door, out the back door.
Okay.
I think we're all right here. I don't hear it ticking no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Gloria? Ma, come on in. It's all right.
Okay. We'll see.
The house almost exploded. Nobody even ran to save my wedding pictures.
Well, neither did you.
It's still ticking.
Let me listen to this thing.
Open it.
Wait a minute. This thing ain't ticking at all.
Okay. Edith's ticking. Yep.
You run us out of our own home
Yep.
with your rotten, lousy kitchen timer.
That'll do it.
My cake is done.
Okay, no apologies, but you know.
But you know we got a special delivery package over there in the sink.
Right.
I don't know what's in it, but it better be rubber goods cause it's underwater.
Right.
Oh, I think it's so cute.
Right.
It's from Cousin Amelia.
Right.
Giving up smoking, so he's sending Archie these cigars.
Oh, jeez.
Cigars, get away!
Right.
Sink!
If you don't touch them, let them lay out.
They spoil if you let them get dry.
Well, they're not gonna be dry.
These ain't gonna be dry for a hell of a long time.
Oh. Oh, you should have left them in the package, dude.
All I can say is, I ain't a happy man.
Right.
Oh, I bet that's the police.
I'll get that.
There's a song recently that says, you know, call the delivery man or call the police and see which one gets there first.
Order food and call the cops. See what reaches you first.
Okay. Who are you?
Sure did a job on you, didn't they?
Right.
We got our work cut out for us with this bunch.
Okay.
You don't look like no cop to me.
Right.
Good reason for that. I ain't a cop.
Oh, okay.
I got a solution to your problem. Can I come in?
You're already in.
Right.
Car parked out there long. If I was you, the cops put a $25 summons on it.
Right.
I tell you right now, we don't need magazines.
Right.
But you need protection.
Is that anything like Cosmopolitan?
Hey, that's terrific. Funny lady.
Right.
Daughter over there, who are you?
The name is Benjamin.
Okay.
Benjamin what?
Button.
No, it's Paul Benjamin. It's one of those names that works both ways. You know, like James Stewart.
Right.
Pope John.
Not really, but okay.
She's a funny lady.
Right.
I never laugh at her.
The jokes run dry real quick.
You came to help us about the swastika?
Right.
Protecting me? I mean, what for?
Okay.
Well, I don't even know you.
Right.
Because that's the way it's always been with our people. We gotta look after each other.
Our people.
Right, Booby?
Oh. Okay. I think he's Jewish.
Never would have guessed it in a million years. You sure don't look Jewish.
Right. Okay, that's what it is.
There's a very good reason for that. I ain't Jewish.
Right.
You're a convert.
No.
Nope.
I don't get this. What are you afraid of?
I ain't afraid of nothing.
Right.
Don't worry about the guys that painted that thing on your door. You're not alone.
Okay.
One of your own. You know what I mean?
I ain't one of your own. I'm one of my own.
Right.
Listen, if that's the way you want to play it, Mr. Bloom, it's fine with me. But
Bloom.
Oh, hold it.
Bunker.
Oh, why are you calling me Bloom?
you mean you change your name too?
No.
Mr. Benjamin, I think you got the wrong house.
Right.
There's no Bloom here. This is Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker.
Right.
I can testify that he is not now, nor has he ever been a member of the Jewish faith.
Right.
No time.
Right.
And why did the goons who painted your door mistake this place for David Bloom's place?
Don't know.
You mean the David Bloom that's on the school board?
Okay.
The end of the block at number 740. Our house is number 704.
Somebody's dyslexic.
Boom, that's that big mouth liberal who's always trying to run for the city council. This here swastika belongs to Bloom.
Okay.
Oh, well, geez, I feel a lot better about that.
Right.
Arch, a man is being threatened.
When he talks, never listen.
Right.
Right up at this house at the end of the corner. You better go up there. Where the hell are you going?
Right.
Thing is that you know that swastika was meant for Bloom.
Right.
And I know that swastika was meant for Bloom.
Okay.
But they think it was meant for you.
Right.
Who's they?
Hey, the creeps that painted your door.
Sure.
They still think this is David Bloom's place.
Right.
Yeah, who's we?
The HDA.
Okay.
Boy, that's the Hebrew Defense Association.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Strong arm outfit. It's a vigilante group.
Okay.
Vigilante sounds good to me.
Right.
Wait a minute, what do you guys do?
What they do.
Okay.
If they use force, we use force.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, but violence won't help.
Maybe.
Wouldn't hurt.
I mean, it would hurt somebody.
Well, there's some terrible things to other people doesn't give you the right to do the same thing.
Right.
What's the matter with revenge? It's the perfect way to get even.
That's what revenge is.
Any thinking person knows that Homo sapiens is a killer.
Okay.
Homo sapiens. Is he an Arab?
Eat it. Homo sapiens. That's a killer fag.
Oh, wow, he would come up with that one, wouldn't he?
Homo sapiens is man.
Right,
A law that lets a gang of thugs get away with painting swastikas on doors?
right,
Huh? Or killing innocent hostages?
okay,
That lets them kill off one religion in the name of another religion?
right,
If some guy, meathead, runs around doing damage to some other guy,
right,
the only decent thing to do is knock him off.
okay,
And if you can't do that by yourself, the best thing to do is bring back the old death penalty.
okay,
I don't want to murder anybody, and I don't want the state doing it in my name.
okay,
Go eat a marshmallow.
What are you, some kind of saint?
right,
All I'm saying is I know the guys that did that.
okay,
Better them than my booby here.
If this guy's lips wasn't moving, I'd swear those were your words coming out of his mouth.
right,
Boys, this guy's making sense.
Thanks.
Don't mention it there, booby.
Mr. Benjamin, hasn't there been enough fighting?
right,
I mean, isn't it time that people sat down and talked their problems over with one another?
maybe,
You can't talk to bullets.
okay,
What's the use? When will people understand?
right.
Careful, you'll hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's an awful shot in the head you give yourself there.
Right,
Tell you, better this kind of shot in the head than this kind.
You ain't kidding.
right,
Kidding, booby, and that's what me and my boys are here to prevent. Hey,
okay,
Daddy, I'm scared of this man. Would you please ask him to leave?
right,
Paul is only here just to get even with him, that's all.
okay,
Tit for tat, right?
yeah, well, we call it an eye for an eye, but it's the same thing.
right,
Whatever happened to turn the other cheek?
right,
Look, you stick to your testament, and I'll stick to mine.
okay,
Fine. Doesn't your testament say something about loving thy neighbor?
okay,
Say you're walking down the street with your wife here,
right,
and some creep comes up and jumps her.
right,
What are you gonna do? Love him or break his head open?
right,
Well, I'd probably break his head open.
Right.
okay,
What you're talking about is a cold-blooded plan. That's how violence spreads.
What are you gonna do? Just smile and let him keep hijacking and assassinating and...
right,
No, them things is very, very wrong.
right,
Answer me, ain't them terrible things?
yeah,
Terrible, Arch. The same way it's terrible for us to be sending bombs by airmail.
okay,
We sure have, Arch. Addressed to women and children in Vietnam.
okay,
Them women and children on purpose?
Oh, I'm sure they'll be happy to know that, Daddy.
right,
That's one of them ordinary, what do you call, strategies of war, that's all.
okay,
You can't fight a war without that.
right, okay,
You're right again, booby. And this is war.
okay,
It's okay, it's one of my men.
right,
This is the wrong house.
Oh, I know that, but they don't.
They do now. We just got word they're on their way to Bloom's place.
okay,
We'll be ready for him. Look, why don't you go on up ahead? I'll drive up and meet you.
okay,
Well, I guess you folks are off the hook.
right,
So long, everybody.
Come on there, Bubby.
okay, just gonna leave,
I don't agree with what you say, but I like your chutzpah.
okay,
One of these days, you're going to find out that this is the only answer.
right, okay,
I still think you're wrong. Because this only gets you this.
I still think you're wrong, because this only gets you this.
okay,
Okay, friend. You keep talking, and I'll do what I have to do.
right,
Shalom.
okay,
Shalom. What does that mean?
means goodbye,
It means peace.
Jewish people also use it to say hello or goodbye.
right,
Well, how do you know which one they mean?
I wonder,
Why don't you use your common sense, Edith?
right,
If a Jew is coming at you, it means hello. If he's going the other way, it means goodbye.
I guess that's fair,
But when does it mean peace?
don't know.
Ah, mate, in between hello and goodbye.
Oh boy. What the heck?
Holy gee,
Right,
that's Paul.
okay,
They blew him up in his car.
yep. And that is it. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, so that was All in the Family. This was a fun yet sad episode. It kind of talked about some stuff that's kind of going on nowadays. Back then it was honestly a lot worse with the bombings and the other stuff. Right now we have shootings and things that are happening.
You've also said that Hale identified as trans. Do you believe there is a connection to that?
We feel that she identifies as trans, but we're still in the initial investigation into all of that and if it actually played a role.
but it is an election year, and that usually kicks up around this time anyways.
This is mostly a protest. It is not generally speaking unruly.
Just because everyone starts to get more political about everything. And that's really what I want to talk about is the ideologies here. Yes, Archie got a swastika, which for some of us would say, well, that's kind of fitting. He is kind of if you go by today's standard, a Nazi. I don't see it that way. Yes, is he racist, bigoted, and a moron? Yes. Is he a Nazi? That's a very specific type of person, which I think we shouldn't really throw around that word, because Nazis, if you know anything about World War II, were very specifically a very specific type of evil. Okay? Now, is racism and bigotry and all that evil? Sure, but they actually did something with it. Whereas Archie just does a lot of mouth fighting. He likes to say stuff, but he would never actually burn a cross on somebody's yard or put someone in a concentration camp, which back in World War II, they did. And even in the 60s and 70s, some of the KKK people would actually burn crosses on people's lawns, but I don't see Archie going to a Klan rally. He probably just wants to be left alone, in my opinion. So in that, nowadays it's very polarizing like it was back in the 70s. Everyone calls everyone a Nazi, which I don't think that they understand what that means. It's just, oh, you're a generic bad guy. But if you know anything about World War II history, the Nazis were some of the worst people in the world, if not the worst people in the world, at least at the time. So it's not a very nice thing to say. And two, you're not very accurate. Just because someone doesn't agree with you politically doesn't mean that they are the worst people in the freaking world. I'm kind of getting tired of hearing everyone on the left and the right calling each other racist and fascist and socialist and all this stuff. Like, just get over it. Let people do what they do. My thing is, you can do whatever you do. Just keep it in your own box. Keep it at your house. Don't try and teach our kids it, and leave everybody else alone. We don't have to agree. Just keep it in your own box. And that's what it was in the 80s and 90s. Everyone just kept to themselves. You can let your freak flag fly on your own time, but don't teach the kids it, and don't try to force me to say that it's okay or agree with it. That's fine. But nowadays, oh no, you have to be accepting of my difference. I accept your difference as long as you keep it your difference and don't force it on me. If you want to be called they, them, those, and the other, it's grammatically incorrect, but I respect the idea of it. But if you're a she, I'm going to call you a she. If you're a he, I'm going to call you a he. But if you're a girl and you want to be called Bob, I'll call you Bob. If you're a guy and you want to be called Susie, I'll call you Susie. But don't force me to use the pronouns they, them. That's just how it is. This is what I'm saying. Is everyone's getting so, like, egocentric, self-absorbed, that they want everyone else to accept their weirdisms, and that's not really the case. You can do you and be fine. Everyone else doesn't have to care and cater to your whims, and that's just how I see it. So with this one, yeah, he had a swastika on his thing, on his door, and there was apparently a guy who lived down the road who was Jewish, who was trying to get on the school council or something, which painting any kind of racial symbol like a swastika on somebody's door, burning a cross on their lawn, is obviously wrong. We don't do that. Again, as I said, live and let live, but these people didn't want to do that. And so we had another organization, which is kind of a lot of those in the 70s that would protect people.
I know the word mafia.
So one of these guys came in, as you guys saw, and it just kind of went downhill from there. They figured out that Archie wasn't the target of this attack, basically. They were going to go to this other guy's house, but somebody blew them up, which I guess did actually happen a lot in the 60s and the 70s. Like, not a lot, but, you know, there was still quite a bit of it. It was at least newsworthy. It's one of those weird things that just kind of happened. Yeah, I agree with, like, some of the balance that Mike had with this guy. You know, an eye for an eye, everyone goes blind, okay. But it does say in the Bible, an eye for an eye, but it also does say, love thy neighbor. Now, an eye for an eye is a very specific, if you actually read the pretext to that, it's a very specific thing that had to have happened for you to be able to enact an eye for an eye. And read the pre-context to an eye for an eye, and it's not really what people use it as. It's actually for a very specific type of punishment for a very specific type of crime that was inflicted. So it's not just, oh, he hit me, so I get to hit him, but I won't go into the extreme details. It's a long story, so just go and read the actual story of an eye for an eye and the pretext of that, and you'll understand more. In this case, yeah, I believe that, you know, if somebody, you know, steals from you, you have the right to defend yourself and get, you know, through maybe the court system to get your stuff back and punish them. If they steal and you catch them, well, yeah, that's up to you what happens to them. So that's one thing. In this instance, I don't really see like it being a huge problem for Archie. He has his door painted with a swastika. It's a Nazi symbol, so he could just paint over it, especially if he doesn't know who did it. If he did find out who actually did it, then he could get the police involved instead of these guys who are basically just another version of the other side of the bad guys. There's ways of dealing with this kind of thing. So all in all, this was a really interesting episode. The very beginning to about the middle point was pretty interesting. If you guys don't know what the swastika is, it was a Buddhist symbol.
And still remains a symbol of spirituality in Indian religions like Hinduism and East Asian religions like Buddhism.
And Adolf Hitler, apparently, this is what I've heard in a show about history, is that Adolf was running through a city, and then he stopped and he saw a Buddhist church, and he saw the swastika, but the swastika was backwards.
The clockwise symbol is called swastika, symbolizing Surya, prosperity and good luck, while the counterclockwise symbol is called Swastika, symbolizing night or tantric aspect of Indian goddess Kali.
So he used that symbol as the Nazi symbol, which is a backwards swastika, which the actual Buddhist swastika means peace. This swastika means not peace, or the opposite of peace. At least that's what I've heard. If you guys know any more about it, let me know in the comments, because I don't want to be wrong, but at least that's what I've seen on a History Channel type show. It might not have been History Channel itself, but it was one of those documentaries, and that's at least what I've heard. But all in all, this was an interesting episode. I did enjoy it. It was very fun. The guy who was a part of the Hebrew whatever thing, the organization that came to help Archie, he was actually in, I believe, Barney Miller as well. So it's always good to see characters that I've seen in other 70s and 80s shows. This show does pop up a few actual, like, big-name stars as well. We, of course, had Sammy Davis Jr. pop up, and that was a fun episode as well. So we do get a few bigger name stars as well in this series. So all in all, a very fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, I understand. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs down. That's fair. If you guys want to see this and more and be notified the next time that I drop another video, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button.
Don't worry about it. You're still in good shape. All you got to do is just tap it in. Just tap it in.
It helps me out to get monetized. And if you guys want to have the entire series on DVD, there is a Amazon associate link down below. It is also free on Freebie and a few other things. I believe if maybe you have YouTube Premium subscription, you might be able to get it on there, but that is where I know where to watch it, is on Amazon Prime and Freebie, which is an Amazon affiliate. So with that being said, thank you guys for getting this far in the video. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and we will see you next time. Peace.